And we're live. How we doing? Sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. I was having technical difficulties with the headphones. And I can't stream without the music. It's well weird sitting here in a silent room talking to yourself. If you've got headphones on, it's not as bad. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone is good. News today, nothing really going on. Gonna be a Canadian CPI earlier. Haven't actually seen the results of that. Okay, come in slightly higher than expected. No surprise really. But yeah, other than a couple of speeches going on, nothing to really worry about. Euro consumer confidence. Yeah, should cause us no dramas. Should cause us no dramas. Right. Let's get the poll up. Bias for the session. I'm not really sure on my bias, to be honest. We're still within the sort of London range, so it's not really made a decision yet. Could potentially be pork chop kind of day, choppy Tuesdays. Then we had a very choppy London session, so I'd like to think we would have a not a choppy New York AM session, but sup, Lewis? Hope you're well, mate. You taking a break still? You were taking a break yesterday, weren't you? You said, is that right? I know you said you were changing your rules a little bit. So yeah, my long target is 535. Basically, we need to get back above VWAP, and then it would be this 15-minute zone that we've got, basically higher day. And then yeah, we could see a rejection off of there, or we could plow straight through. Or obviously the option is we break down to the downside. My short target would be the 21,300. But yeah, until we break out either side, I haven't really got a bias, to be honest. So I assume until that happens, my bias is pork chop, basically. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Last week took like 3 days off. Nice to get away from the charts. Yes, man. I bet. Are you back? Back now? Just with more, a bit more rule based. Is that right? A bit more strict on your entries and how many times you're entering. You have to let me know how it goes for you. 2 trades yesterday. Oh, nice, man. You have to let me know how it's going with the setting yourself trade limits and session limits and stuff. We have got a very small gap to fill from yesterday. I believe yesterday's close is around 490, 485, 490. Which is basically this greyed out line here. So we could potentially pop up, fill that little gap, sweep the highs, equal highs here to sweep, and then sell off potentially. But until we break out either side, I'm sitting on my hands. I think I'm down slightly this morning. Down slightly. Smaller size of the 290 day, 180 today, and my only trade so far. Feels so much nicer so far. Yeah, I mean, all you've got to do, obviously, you might start getting frustrated with those sort of small numbers, but all you've got to do is do that for a little while, sort of get it solidified that you're happy with it and you're liking them sort of rules, and then just scale up your risk. The number doesn't really matter too much because that can easily change. The rules can say exactly the same, but you can just risk more. You could do that and take 2 trades in a day and make 10 grand, do you know what I mean? With keeping the same rules. Took the same trade as you, but took it from the pivot level above yours. Oh, what? This trade here? Yeah, I was a bit early with it. I was looking for the VWAP rejection basically, and yeah, wasn't expecting it to come quite. I was expecting it to respect this high really, and we didn't. Yeah, I took this one earlier in the London session, and I was expecting a range bound day, but I was expecting the range to be a little bit bigger. So that's what sort of threw me off. I was looking for the take profit was below this low here, basically London Open, and we come very close here. But after we sort of swept that and started shooting straight up, I moved my stop loss down. Didn't feel great about it. Right, we're getting a nice little early sell-off. 1 minute to open. To be honest, I know in the markets suit my big profit days, I can go all in. At the moment, this isn't my suited market, so it's a risk mechanism. Yeah, nice, man. It's a good way to do it. Yeah, I entered 479. Oh, nice. You got a lovely entry. Yeah, your entry was my stop loss. It's a shame, really. If I just had my stop loss that a little bit higher, I would have been alright. But I think it's because where we chopped around in here, I was just looking for a sweep of this, basically tap into VWAP, tap into this zone, and then sell straight off, and we didn't get it. 100% reckon long so far. 2 votes. I'm just super cautious at the moment. Yeah, mate, I don't blame you. It's better to play it safe, I think. Yeah, I've had a bit of annoying morning again. Was in a trade here. This is my sort of new EMA strategy that I'm sort of doing. Missed my entry because I just woke up, literally. My alarm would have gone off 3:15 and this tapped into it at 3:10. And by the time I've actually looked at the charts, it was I think it was around here. Yeah, 3:25. Managed to get an entry in here, but because my then entry was lower down, my take profit was lower down, stop loss was lower down, and normally if we get to 1-to-1 I move to break even. So I think when we got to 1-to-1 here I moved to break even, but yeah, my entry would have been up here and I would have been still safe with a break even entry, and it would have hit take profit down here, I think, on this candle. So yeah, break even trade that should have been a win. But then yeah, a nice short off this, small win on that, just a 1-to-1 I think on that one. Right, we're open. I've been open for a few minutes. Fucking busy waffling. And yeah, try to take a little short off there. And then this long here with my EMA setup. I was sort of felt good that we were sort of breaking out above VWAP, and then we just fell back below. Okay. Still within that range. What's gold done today? I haven't looked at gold at all. Got a decent little rally on gold this morning. Yeah, very boring London session. Literally just bouncing between these two little zones there. Hello, unhappy trader. Are you unhappy? No, I'm not too bad, to be honest, mate. At least today. Nah, my name's called unhappy just because it's my personality. I'm not actually unhappy. I'm just got a bit of a miserable personality. No real direction as of yet. Bit of a choppy open, to be honest. I couldn't find the joke today that I liked, so we've got the same one as yesterday, unfortunately. And it is unfortunate as well, because the joke isn't great. Just to ask you, get any problems with the banks when having to purchase trade accounts? Well, prop firm accounts? No, I've never had any issues. I'm UK based. If you're somewhere else, it might be different. Yeah, no, I've never had any issues. The only thing I've ever had problems with in the past is crypto, like depositing into crypto and stuff, exchanges. Alright, express funded, struggling at the minute. Try keeping risks the same as combines, but of course hit a losing streak. Coming out of a hole now, yeah, I get you, mate. Easily done. That's the thing, as soon as the worst possible time is when you get your losing streaks, is how it goes. I like to, especially like at the start of a funded account, like I halved my risk when I started mine. Was risking 200 on the 50k combines. Then when I got into the 50k funded, I was risking 100 per trade for a good while, which literally saved my accounts. I think I would have lost them if I was risking 200 still. I went for a period of about 2 months of drawdown. Today's been rough trade wise. Yeah, it's been a difficult one, isn't it? Even though literally at the start of the London session I was alright, it's going to be a range bound day today. Asia's had a decent sort of expansion session. London's probably going to be range bound. And I started off alright. And then yeah, I sort of slipped a little bit. Not too bad, to be honest. Basically down 1R. Maybe slightly less than 1R. Yeah, it's difficult to trade these conditions. It's a very small range, and it's what 50 points London session was pretty much. Obviously, we had this big move here, but then this all in here was 50 points for what, a couple of hours. And yeah, I mean, even New York's opened a bit choppy as well. Time is impeccable. Yeah, it's always the way though, isn't it, mate? It's literally, what's the saying? Sod's law. If something can go wrong, it will go wrong. Better to plan for that and expect it. We'll send screenshots in Discord at the end of the month. Yeah, that'd be good, mate. I might actually set up like a separate channel for end of month P&Ls. If anyone thinks that's a good idea. And yeah, literally just people can just put in their screenshots or even just type out whatever their end of month P&L is. Doesn't matter if it's a challenge account or a funded account, whatever. Or even a sim account, practice account. If that's what you're trading. Spelling is fucking atrocious. Yeah, I've just sent off a poll in Discord, see if anyone wants me to do a full channel. The crossing of your indicators, does that determine the area of profit? What, the lines in between the entry things, is that what you mean? Crossing of your indicators. Yes, that's right, mate, yeah. So yeah, here I was selling, and then the lines obviously lead towards the close of the order. Close of the position, so yeah, bought 4 there. It should be 5. Maybe it's because they're overlapped, maybe. So yeah, you can see the length of the position, basically, how long it was open for. Obviously, the direction would just be whatever direction the trade was in. thinking we're due a pullback on the daily. Yes, I've been thinking that. It's been, let's get it up on Topstep. A bit easier to look at, I think. I was sort of noticing this morning that we're within this sort of zone and chopping around, getting a couple of doji candles on the daily. And I mean, look, we've had nothing, no real pullback in days. So yeah, I think we're due a pullback down to probably down here somewhere, maybe around the 20,000 mark. 20,300 maybe. I think today will be the decider if we're going to get that this week though. We've swept the high of yesterday and the high of the sort of range that we've been in, so if we get a nice strong red candle today, yeah, we could be dumping the rest of the week, I think. Yeah, a bit of a choppy open really. What sort of range are we in? 50-point range, same as London. Level I'll be looking at is 20,600. Have a quick look at that. Yeah, that'll probably line up nicely with this level here, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think you're probably right, mate. Would probably line up with the EMA as well. Remind me of Asia open times. I mean, it depends on how you do it. I mean, especially your time as well. UK time, I think it's 11 PM. Hang on. There should be a UK time on Tradeify. Yeah, 11 PM UK time, Asia start. And to be honest, I'm not really sure on the close. I don't know if it's London Open or maybe a couple of hours afterwards. London Open would sound about right, wouldn't it? Basically a full day from 11 PM to 8 AM. I'll have to Google it, it's going to bug me. Possibly 9 AM our time, I think. Yes, 9 AM our time. Apparently Asia session finishes. I don't feel like this can be right because it's saying fucking 7 PM. New York time, what? I mean, it could be, to be fair. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we're broken down. Broken out. Okay, still off here. Yeah, it looks like it. Nice 40-point candle. $265 are interesting. Yeah. You could be right. Yeah, we've got pivot level at 392, so if we can get a nice close below that, which looks like we're about to. Yeah, we've closed below that, so yeah, it's a good sign that we're going to sell off. Unusual tight open range too, yeah. Yeah, the open and range play might actually play out today. Open range breakout. See a push down AM and USPM buyers, yeah. I don't know, I reckon I could see a double New York AM push down and a PM continuation, I reckon. After looking at the daily, there's a good possibility we could be red for the rest of the week. So it could be quite a big, heavy day. Going for a 2 micro short. Gonna have a pretty ridiculous stop loss. Gonna be about 50-point stop loss. Ooh. Hopefully we don't come back for a VWAP tap. Oh man, I want to be stopped out by the looks of it. Absolutely blasting back through this, haven't we? Back to point of control. Could see rejection from here. Man, fucking brutal, man. Yeah, if you were trading the opening range breakout, you probably would have been stopped out, I imagine. Most people put their stop at the mid of the range, don't they? That's what I used to do. Taco, good morning, how you doing? We're back into opening range, blue pass, opening range breakout, and anchor view up yet. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that much of a bullish candle, to be honest. That's why I went in with the aggressive limit order. I was expecting quite a shallow retracement and then a quick sell-off. Choppy Tuesday though, innit? Choppy Tuesday. Didn't think it was going to close and hold above my 374 level. Yeah, I'm very surprised about that, to be honest. A nice close in the 15-minute would give me a bit more confidence if we can maybe close below the range. No trade confirmation on an open range breakout, risky trade. Guess people took it. I mean, to be honest, I think people quite often take the break and retest, don't they? I don't think people really wait for the confirmation normally. I never used to. If you got like a minute or 2 minute candle close outside of it, sometimes that would be enough. Come on, 2.5 minutes until candle close. Get a nice bearish close. Such a booty entry to my 1 to 2. Oh, nice, man. Nice. Oh. Not a good thing. Oh, sorry, man. I just assumed booty meant good. Doesn't matter anyway. Right, where did I want my take profit? 244 is what I'm thinking.
London.
30 seconds till candle close. I don't mean my stop down to this high. I think if we're breaking above this, I feel like I'd probably get stopped out anyway, so this is sweepy enough. Yeah, we have closed back in within the opening range, haven't we? It's not the best of signs. Trump announcement to be on Golden Dome. Is that the that thing in Vegas? Is it Vegas? Can you imagine his big fucking orange head on that dome. Know exactly what to play here, not to touch a fucking thing. Yeah, it's not ideal. I was expecting quite a heavy sell-off. That's sort of what I was leaning towards. But it's that choppy Tuesday, man. So every Tuesday I think it's not going to be a choppy Tuesday, and it always fucking is. I'll stop playing in sell market. When it makes that double bottom at the demand zone, I'm always skeptical, yeah. Break even time for me. At least you got a decent entry and you can be break even. I was being aggressive with it. The way I look at it, sometimes I'd rather be aggressive and have a wider point and stop loss, and then not miss it, because I'll just be annoyed and phone my win if I miss it. But I wasn't expecting that much of a pullback. I was at 1 point from getting stopped out just now. I had that earlier, literally on a trade I was in earlier. Oh, which one was it? I think it was this one here. I think I moved to break even after we come down here. I moved to break even, and literally it was 1 tick. I'm not even joking, 1 tick. It looked like it had tapped it. When I zoomed in, it was 1 tick. And then obviously I moved it down more, but not fun to sit through. I was convinced I was stopped out. You feel invincible though when you when that happens, don't you? .5 points. Yeah, it's mad when it's that close. I think I've ever not been stopped out by a couple of ticks. Even not close, or my stop loss feel like Lily flips a 100 blokes. Stops out, oh man. I should have closed on that double bottom and it didn't close below. Yeah, it's not looking great, is it? Come on then, Nasdaq, what we doing? Make your mind up. Got back in after the gap rejection. Could be a bad play though. Yeah, I'm not enjoying the choppiness of it. It'd be so much nicer if it just did exactly what you wanted it to do straight away, wouldn't it? No drawdown. All the time. That's a dream. I'm a Corey. Just took the trade in a practice mug. Oh, gutted, man. But at least if you want to practice, at least you know you've called it right, haven't you? 460. There's a reason you took on practice. It was obviously too risky for your normally. You didn't obviously like the look of something. Nothing wrong with that. Can't be mad at that. Oh, you meant to take it. Didn't know I had a practice account. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. That's something to be annoyed by. Oh, gutted, man. Risk less, but basically the same entry. Nothing wrong with that though, mate. If you still feel good about it, it's fine, isn't it? We need to break this low, don't we? Don't worry, Lewis. There's plenty of people that do that all the time, I think. I think it's even worse when you're meant to take it on a practice, but you take it on your funders and then it's a loss. Nice closing that 5-minute bar. Did I get greedy just now? There's 5 points from take profit. And then the same reward because my 1 or 2 entry was missed, or I would never have exited at break even. I would have been got up 1 or 2. Never have hit that. Good. Oh, good, man. Good. You deserve a win, man. You deserve a win. You've had a rough couple of days, haven't you? Yeah, I just finished second stage interview. Glad to see the markets are open. Ray, how you doing? Second stage interview. That sounds intense, man. A job that requires 2 interviews has got to be a serious one. Hope it all went well though. You feel good about it? It sort of works. Yeah, that's what you got to think, Lewis. You had the right idea. God, I didn't take it on your actual fundeds, but you do too. It's right here. Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. I'm not convinced yet. We need to break this low, don't we? Maybe targets varies, but I'd consider looking into body take profits, yeah? When I'm normally going for a bit more of a larger move, I'm looking at I think 2.8 on this. Looking to basically take it down to the next pivot point. Would be trading obviously when we get close to it, but if we get down there, that is. Depends how heavy we're looking. Software engineering is like that. They do 2 stages usually. Okay, went okay. Got stuck a little with one of the coding questions. Went over the 1 hour mark by about 30 minutes. Oh, fuck me. Not sure I got it, to be honest. I hate interviews. I think it's just the bullshit questions that you get. Like the, oh, can you give an example of when you went above and beyond, and just stupid crap like that, man. I actually do surprisingly well at interviews, though. I think I've only ever been to one interview that I didn't actually get the job. I think all the other interviews I've been to, I've got the job. Not like it's anything hard. I'm pretty sure the one I got rejected from was M&S as well. I'm obviously not posh enough for M&S. Too common sounding. We just get down to the 1 minute body. No profit. Perfectly hit. Yeah, I do sometimes like a body entry on the zones. It depends on the day and how I'm feeling. But yeah, if it's quite like a large zone, I would normally. I'd probably more prefer to lean towards the body entry rather than the wick entry. I've just got a short entry signal for the EMA strap. So hopefully that's a good sign. That's where we're going. Managed to set up alerts on there now. So it buzzes me. So that red line, I thought that was tape P. Oh no, that's I think that's just lower day, I think. Take profit is down here. 244. Interviews are calm, but I don't want to have to do them ever again, hence why I need to make it here. Yeah, I feel you, mate. I feel you. Yeah, I think confidence is half of it, innit, Lewis? Yeah, I just stumble on the stupid questions. The ones that shouldn't really be in an interview, but they're just there because they're known to be interview questions. But nothing to do with the actual job. Some of the coding stuff can be annoying. They use trick questions for them. Stuff you would never use. Oh, okay, try and catch you out. That's on Tradeify. No, Lewis, on Trading View. I have TradeIview up on my left monitor. I still like to keep an eye on it. Like I find I can get a different perspective sometimes from TradingView. And as well, the pivots indicator that I use on TradingView, for some reason, isn't the same as on Tradeify. Like the levels aren't the same, and I quite like TradingView's one, so I sort of keep that up for that. But when that's the start of the end of the slump, yes, mate, that's the way to think about it. That's the way to think about it. And yeah, try and think of every day as a new day as well. I think if you come in with the attitude, oh, I've got to get out this drawdown, I've got to get out this drawdown, that ain't gonna help your emotions when you trade them. I remember that Tesla interview. Did you? I didn't remember you saying that. I've done anything like that before and got a call back 2 months later asking me to apply for a tech role. Oh, nice. I've been interviewing how I approach a different outlook. Most of the time it's how you adopt as a person and adapt as a person and how you get them thinking. Yeah. Don't mind interviews, to be honest. No one knows more about me than me. Yeah, it's a good way to think about it. Yeah, they're not... I think the more I've done as I've gotten older, the more I don't mind them. Or that'd be me stopped out on the EMA strategy. So that's not a good sign. Tell me about yourself. Yeah, that's a horrible question. I'm so fucking blunt, right? My response would be, my name's Sam. I'm 30. I like to walk my dog. That's my answer to that. Ooh, nice rejection there. Can we hold it though? That's the question. Yeah, Lewis, going off what you were saying, I think it is like you said, it's who you are as a person more than anything. If a lot of the time I don't think it matters too much, obviously, if you've got experience, obviously depending on what it is. But if they like you as a person, anyone can be trained to do anything really, can't they? So if they like you as a person and think that you're a hard worker and you'll pick it up quickly, that's all that matters. So Lewis, are you gonna go for that? What was it? Tech role. Yeah, you're gonna go for that tech role then. May as well. It'd be a good opportunity, wouldn't it? Gotta say that you worked at Tesla. That'd be fucking cool. Need a job. I want some money so I can trade bigger size. Yeah, I think it's definitely key, and I think it aids in your trading as well. If you're not relying on trading for income, like as a beginner, if you need money, and you're sort of trying to learn trading, you've got to make trading work because you need money. I don't think that helps the journey. But if you've got a job with an income that doesn't affect the time that you can trade and stuff, then like you can just sort of learn it at your own pace, and there isn't that pressure to make money from it. And you'll probably end up learning quicker than the person trying to rush it because they need the money. I've sort of been in that boat where I need the money and I'm trying to rush it, and then I just don't think it helps at all. So we tested that recent low and didn't make a new low, so test the higher and try again. I believe unless NQ just flips us and says I'm bullish, and I'll do what you want, yeah. You never know with NQ, do you? You never know with NQ. That's sort of why I sort of try and hold out with my original stop a lot of the time. I think a lot of the time it can trick you into wanting to lower it or close it, but it can literally, at a flip of a switch, just fucking melt away. I think it's set up to try and trick you. And it'll do everything it can to freak you out, close your trade, and give the liquidity to them. I understand why high paid jobs require higher questions and challenges, but a job at Tesco, come on. Yeah, that's my point. That's my point. Is, yeah, the stupid jobs like something minimum wage at Tesco or wherever. Like, it's literally like they're just asking you the questions for the sake of asking you the questions. To be honest, I don't think I've ever really gone for a job, an interview that requires sort of much. But every job I've gone for is sort of entry level at that job. And then when I've been like running departments and stuff like that, that's from like internal promotions, you know what I mean? So I've probably never really had like a hard interview. Because like the internal promotions, they didn't bother with an interview, they just gave me the job, so. When I used to host interviews 1 or 2 times a year max, some of the stuff people used to reply was gold. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I suppose I think that's why the bullshit questions are there, is so you can just literally get a feel for the people and just sort of, yeah, like what sort of person they are. Applied in December, they called end of Feb, but already in another role, and that's perfect for being able to trade in the new. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's the most important thing, innit? But I've only I think sat in a couple of interviews on the other side. I've never ran one fully by myself, but I sort of being the other person in there. And I get more nervous about doing that than actually interviewing people. I think I also prefer it when you've got more than one person interviewing you. If you've got 2 or 3 people interviewing you, it becomes more of just like a flowing conversation. And I find that's a lot more natural than like a one-on-one thing. Taco's back in. Take profit 370 this time. Oh, almost there, mate. How do you read the volume profile? I don't put too much weight onto it, to be honest. I like to sort of keep an eye on point of control, and sort of more for the understanding that like it quite often likes to chop around point of control like we are now. But I don't really. I used to trade like off of the previous day point of control levels and stuff, and it's all right. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. And yeah, I think it can be it's just that I think I use it as like an extra confluence more than anything else. But I don't really base decisions off it anymore, because they can quite easily blast through the levels just as easily as they can reject off of them. Do you know what I mean? I prefer sort of price action and supply and demand zones more than volume profile. I prefer the supply and demand zones are bang on a lot of the time. One thing I do like about the volume profile is when you get a profile like this, you probably are going to range between it for a good while, like we have today. Obviously this wouldn't have been as big. This would have only got bigger since New York AM session started, but like going into London, sort of a bit into London, you sort of, when you get that sort of D-shaped profile, you're better off basically shorting the highs and long and the lows of the profile for the sort of the highest probability. Even if you're looking for something a bit bigger, you're better off shorting up here. Basically, don't try and play in the middle of this D profile. That's something I do like to sort of keep an eye on. If you get a D profile, you're probably going to have choppy conditions, range conditions. And you can also look at that on the previous days as well. Use a conservative stop loss this time, but man, the RR would have been nice. I'm going for wins, that's what I feel confident in. Yes, good way to do it, mate. I wish this would make a decision. I think I'm going to move my stop back to where it was originally, just in case we want to come back for a VWAP tap, where we're sort of range bound at the minute. Chances are we probably are going to want to sweep the upside before we move down, if we're going to move down. So I'd rather have my stop where it originally was. Otherwise I'll be annoyed if I was stopped out prematurely. I think I was only risking 200 anyway. Applied for an Xmas temp job when I was 18, and they asked me if I knew the company values. How am I going to know that when it's a temp Christmas job yet? Gonna work there for 2 months and go, yeah, literally you're there to do a job and grind. You don't give a shit about the company's values and what their 10-year goal is, do you? Yeah, it's just fucking stupid, man. So, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Yeah, so I've recited the values of car factory from birth. The thing is, though, like, it's such a common question. Like, it's just it's just easy to quickly Google the website like half hour before your interview and just quickly check on remember a couple of lines from their website, and that instantly gives you an edge over probably 90% of the applicants, because no one else would have done that. I suppose it's more of a, you give more of a shit about the job kind of question because you've taken a moment to do a little bit of research about the company, which I get. But I mean, a temp job is a bit ridiculous, but I imagine that's the sort of the mindset behind it. And I think if you care more to do a little bit of research, you probably care more to turn up when you're supposed to turn up, don't you? Using the upper and lower ends for a profit. Yes, basically, mate, that's the best way to do it on days like today is yeah, sort of realize that it's going to be range bound, and don't ask too much for your take profits, and yeah, don't basically be entering in the middle of the range either. Might have position here if it goes up. Yeah, I think there's still the a VWAP tap in play, possibly. Wouldn't be completely written off with a VWAP tap. I've done hard research on Tesla, and the guy who interviewed me was great, but had no idea about the origin of the Powerwall test in Power and Towns in Norway. Just goes to show you some companies care about you as a person, not what you can do, not what you can research, because you'll learn when you're enrolled. That's it, mate. That's it. That's it. When you're there, you don't really give a shit about the company values. You got the job, don't you? It doesn't matter. But all they care about then is that you can do the job. You can do it well. My God, this will not be there in 10 years. Yeah. The trouble is, it's probably not what they want to hear, is it? The trail closed now, not sure if it wants to test the first leg. I got out, okay, nice. In my head. Yeah, I think you just gotta accept that it's range bound at the minute, and until we break out, it's gonna be range bound. And don't try and play in the middle. Well, I've got an awful feel, but I know my stop's in the right place, and if we break above my stop, then we're probably going long, at least for a bit. So I'm just happy to sit here and wait for it to make a decision. Yeah, I wouldn't like to try and be in and out, because yeah, we could sit like this for another 30 minutes before we break out, an hour, or 30 seconds, you know. But it's building liquidity up for something. There you go, that's a little sweep. Lots of sellers coming in. No pointless knowledge on that, so yeah, up the power. Yeah, my research for that, Lewis, if I was you, would have been I own a Tesla, so I know a lot about Tesla. I like the company because I own a Tesla. Ooh, stopped out. Stopped out. What was that? I don't think it was too bad of a fill. $200 loss. Had decent entry, but didn't want to lose it after the win. In my head, I mean, probably the right decision, mate, to be honest. Bum, 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 bum. I need to try to remember to keep an eye on the funders because I need to get into a trade really at some point this week, ideally. Obviously I'm away next week, so I won't be taking a trade next week. And that would be next week would be sort of 3 weeks without a trade on there, so I need to make sure I don't. I think you get 30 days without a trade before they close the account, so I need to make sure I keep them open. I wouldn't mind if they closed the accounts and gave me the money. But I don't think they will. They'll just close it and keep the money, won't they? You have an MFFU code? No, I think it's the only one. Do I have one? I don't think I do. It's the only one I've been meaning to get. But I will get around to getting one at some point because it's the only one out of the. Who am I with? 3 of them. It's the only one, obviously, other than Topstep, is that a lot of people like, and it's sort of got decent rules and is well known and sort of trustworthy enough. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I would like to get a little discount code for everyone. I'll put it on my to-do list, mate. I did sign up for them, but I think there was an issue in my email. I think I put the wrong email in, so I never got the confirmation code. Have a promo right now, and I definitely use yours. Okay, mate. Yeah, nice one. Cheers for thinking of me anyway. But yeah, no, I don't have one at the minute. When I get it sorted out, I'll send it over in the in Discord in the discount codes channel. Obviously if you haven't done it by then you can use that one, but obviously if you have, then don't worry about it. So yeah, close above VWAP there. I don't know, I just don't. I can't see it being a long session. I can see it being a short sell kind of session. So I'm not convinced yet. Definitely not looking to buy at the minute. Whoa, what's gold doing, man? I go through like phases of trading gold. I get really into it, then I forget it exists for weeks on end. So I mean, there's not really any sort of setups for me today. Just going straight up. Are your tattoos removable? Yeah, Sam told us they were stickers. No, they're not removable. I've never had such a bizarre question. Do they look fake or something, do they? No, definitely not removable. I really want to get more tattoos, but they're just so expensive. Yes, no, they're definitely real. Can't rub them off. Dude, she's such a twat, man. Some people do have removables. Yeah, I know people, you can get them sleeves, can't you? That you sort of pull over. But no, mine are real, mate. That must be going on bloody like 10 years since I've had one done now. I don't know if anyone else has tattoos, but I found the older I got, the less pain threshold I had for them. The more they started hurting, basically. The first tattoo I got, I think, maybe on my 18th birthday or day after my 18th birthday or something like that. Got a massive, great big one on my ribs. It wasn't that bad, pain-wise. I think it helped that I was probably hungover. And I pretty much just slept through it, but yeah, it wasn't that bad. And then I got this done next, and that was a bit painful. And then I got my left arm done, and that was just fucking unbearable. Like, but the one on my ribs I'd done in one sitting 6 hours, fine. 2 hours on my left arm, I've had enough. I can't do it. I've got to go home. I'm pretty sure I've heard that before. I'm sure I've heard before the more you get done, the worse they get. The less up for you're having them done, basically. The less patience you have for them. Is it a kind of fashion? I mean, I just like tattoos. They don't mean anything. I just like how they look. Yeah, I would like to get more done, but yeah, they are expensive. I mean, bear in mind, I probably got my left arm done last, and that was probably going on 10 years ago. Maybe not quite, maybe like 9. Only cost me £1,000 to do my whole arm. It'd probably be a shitload more now. Yeah, I'd like my lower half of one of my legs done. I think probably my right leg, I reckon. Like my calf and my shin wrapped right around, and that'll fucking kill. Send me a big sell for 341. Yeah, 60 are nice, man. Sorry, did that weight just appear? Jesus. Where did that fucking come from? I feel like I blinked and there was just suddenly a wick there. The TradeDay platform, very reliable. Yes, I quite like it. I started off on TradingView. And I just find TradingView's just a bit... It's just not as responsive. Like here, you get all this... You feel like you're seeing every single tick, do you know what I mean? On TradingView. I mean, even at the minute... Oh, I can't get over, hang on. But it might be because I don't pay for data on here, to be fair. Maybe that's why. Yeah, literally, like... If you compare the response time, look at the candle. Bearing in mind I'm paying for like the most expensive fucking one at the minute, or like 80 quid a month. Yeah, look at that response, and then go back to Tradeify. Do you mean I just feel like you're seeing every tick on Tradeify, which I prefer. Which then I would then prefer like things like the DOM and time and sales a lot more, because you feel like you're seeing actually what you're supposed to be seeing, rather than probably a bit of delayed consolidated information, do you know what I mean? Yeah, but yeah, it might be because I'm not paying for data on there potentially. But yeah, I think TradingView's got its perks. I feel like it's I still use TradingView for sort of to see, sort of zoom out, and I sometimes get a different perspective looking at the charts on TradingView. But yeah, I like to sort of execute and stuff off of Tradeify now. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, look, so I just got bookmap up and see that that little wedge sitting at 62. Lines up quite nicely with this little zone, doesn't it? Something fairly similar on ES as well, probably around the same level. I never know how to trade that though. When I try and trade sort of wedges and stuff on the book, I end up fucking cocking it up. The only sort of way I tend to normally have, the only time I normally play it well is if we tap into it and you can sort of clearly see that the buyers don't step up, and you might feel some of the orders sitting there, but it just sort of sits there and doesn't all get filled and starts moving away from it. Then so I think that's a good time to sell then. But other than that, like, it's difficult to tell. If it gets bought up, I don't know whether I can ever work out what we're doing from it, and I end up normally cocking it up and taking a loss. Back approved point and control again. Melting off now. This game blasted, yeah, man. Back to my original entry. Very upset in my shorts. You're not getting cold, mate. Trying for the drop now. It's coming, mate. Yeah. Thought that would get you loose. Yeah, I mean, if we do break through the lows, I don't know if we're getting it now, but if we do, this is definitely the sweep that I was talking about. I just didn't have my stop quite in the right place, did I? With wedge forming, yes. I can't bear these later in the day plays. So yeah, if I was still leaning towards the bearish, I'd want this to sort of sell off quite aggressively any time from now, really. If we're doing the whole consolidate sweeper, then expand, that's sort of what I'd be looking for. If we come back up here, then I would say maybe we're not looking at shorts, but what do I know? I'm $350 down for the day, so don't take my advice. Well, the sell, that's the question. I was looking at sales near the top for the bias for the day, but it's like, what is this price action? Yeah, that's it, mate. That's it. You always traded micros? Pretty much. Since being funded, I've only really traded micros. When I first started, I was on the minis, but you blast through your drawdown so quickly on minis. I've always done 50k challenges in accounts and stuff, so I just last fair. What the fucking word I'm looking for is. I'm better off on micros doing the 50k accounts. This is the first time I've done a 150k account, so I probably could jump up to minis here and there. Maybe when I'm a bit more confident with the strategy that I'm doing. I'm still sort of feeling out new strategies, do you know what I mean, on this account, so I'm not going too hard on the risk. Yeah, if I was confident on my strategy, I'd probably just go in with one mini rather than micros. But I mean, at the minute I'm doing sometimes 7 micros, depending on the size of the stop loss. 5 to 7 micros normally. There we go, got my short in, 15 points and out. Nice, Lewis, nice. Done well on a day like today, mate. No trade day for me. Yeah, I don't blame you, to be honest. It's not looking good. I'm going to call it a day in a minute, I think. Unless we do something soon. Maybe we'll see the action in the PM session. I just noticed we had another tap of that pivot point. Bounce off of it. 394-ish. In true fashion, when I'm done, I'm off. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it as well. Catch you tomorrow, Lewis. Enjoy, mate. Well done on the green day. Yeah, I think I want to call it a day there, everyone else as well. Nothing of interest is really going on. And, it's going to be getting late into the day. Even if we do break out in the next 20 minutes, it's going to be a bit late for me to be getting into a trade. Maybe we'll get the action in the PM session, but I won't know that till tomorrow. Yeah, cheers for stopping by, everyone. Back tomorrow, normal time. Take it easy if you're still trading. It's not ideal conditions, is it? Wait until it's clear. Be patient. Be patient. Yes, I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy. See you later.